So in videos earlier, I talked already about my save files, and maybe you also know that I make challenges, um, mostly to the save files or the other way around. I don't know even anymore. But I also have a Google Sheet what has really good things in it, and I think I would like to show you this. Um, I don't know if it's at first easy to understand how it works. That's why I was thinking I make a video and show you a little bit how to use it and what you can do with it. There is quite a few things what are good to use with this Google Sheet. In this video, I will show you how to download or copy it, how to use it, what you can do with it, and here we go. So here's what you do. You go on my Patreon. No worry, it's free. Like you see, you can here even join for free. That means that you get informations. Um, or you also can, of course, get a Patreon. What I would like when you spend me a coffee, of course. Um, you help me out, and you also would get access to the chats. We have 4 chats. One of those chats is in German, all the other 3 are in English. And I would look forward for more members that we get a little bit live in there. But you don't have to, of course. Um, but this is a possibility. So now where can I find this Google Sheet? It's easy and it's not easy. Like as example, when you are in a challenge already, in the description of a challenge, then there will be a link. Like let's go to collections, to challenges, and like here we have the flood disaster challenge. We have here the link, and the same, of course, in here far down we have the link. So in each challenge, of course, the link to the Google Sheet is there. Um, but also, let's go other route. You can go to information, and there is a post where you have the most important links um, listed for your convenience, and that's this one. And here you have the link too. So there are more ways to go to this link. Um, I don't know how to describe it better, but you have more ways to access this link. And here stands copy. It's not a download, it's a copy what you make. I show you in a minute. So after you click the link, you come on the site, and of course it will be in your language. This one is in German now. Basically, it says you copy the document, and here is a warning, but I didn't put a virus on it, so I would say it's safe. You make the copy here, and it needs a while. It's a pretty big document. I want to show you a few things. I think it's self-explanatory, but a few things I think are important to know. Um, so now you have your copy, and a few things beforehand. This copy is for you for your private use. Don't sell it. Don't share it as your own. When you share it, please share it over my Patreon. I put a lot of work in it, and I think that's just fair. Other thing what is important, don't delete the German column. I tell you why. Because I made a formula. I made my life a little bit more easy because I wrote everything in German and used the formula would automatically translated everything in English. That makes it very easy for me to make quick changes. Sometimes I change a little bit on the challenges or add something, whatever. Um, Makes it very easy. Also, people who don't speak English or German can change it here and put their shortcut for their language in and can change the translation pretty easy. So that's important before we start. So on the dashboard, we have links to the most important sites here. We have, of course, the rules for the challenges or where we can start with the challenges. And you see there are already a few in here. Could be that I make a few more. I don't know, maybe. We also have a few randomizer and like, what am I playing today? When you want to go out of your comfort zone and try something new, just click here and you activate the randomizer with this checkbox and you get a recommendation what you can play. A mermaid, female, adult, living in San Myshuno, and you have 0 money. And your aspiration is spellcraft and sorcery. Just let's see what else. Female vampire, young adult, living in Chestnut Ridge. Oh, that's not sunny at all. And a lot of money. Interesting. So let's go to the dashboard. What else do we have here on randomizers? We have coins and dices. Of course, these are not real coins and dices, but you have here 2 possibilities with the coin, head or number, yes or no, male or female, life and dead. And you click and it changes. It can be a few times in a row the same. That's possible. Um, yeah. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, I have a few randomizer for certain challenges. You will have the links to them in your challenges. Also, I have a list for your mods. I added already quite a few mods what I think are interesting, and I marked them as for apocalyptic, historic, or realism, and you can filter them here. Like I filtered some for history. You can show everything, and it's quite a lot. So I don't give any guarantee for this. You have to check by yourself if this mod is still up to date or if you need a other mod for this to work. If this mod works good with other mods, it can be that some mods don't work good with each other. That's on you. That's just my recommendations, and you can add to this list. You can delete mods, whatever. Um, I think that's pretty cool and helpful. I also made a list with cheats. I always forget them and look them up all the time, so I have them here. Um, and I have a list for Sims. I personally don't use this, but I know many do. It's not like a tree or something, but you can look up your Sims here and even make pictures in here. I was thinking, why not? It's easy to make. I give you this. So then I have a few challenges to jump around. Like the dashboard is a good place where you have links and can jump to certain places. You also can use here this list, what is pretty good, and you can use the tabs. What I wanted to say too, Google Sheets is good because you can also use it offline. and you have there is an app what you can use it too. So that's pretty cool. I just for you to know. So now let's check out the challenges. The Dice Your Life challenge is, I think, a very good challenge, but I can understand that at the beginning it's maybe a little bit much. When you understand what I mean with it, I think it's not so bad. I wrote more than I should have maybe, because I wanted to explain everything. Um, but basically, it is your sim starts as a child, and a randomizer decides in which family it starts. Like we have here a few families, and we will see where you start. Before reads the rules, yeah, there are quite a few, but I think it's not so much like it seems to. We go on the side with the start, and here we have a, a checklist what you have to do before you start. But when you have the save file, I did already much for you in the save file, what you don't have to do here anymore. Um, like I made the calendar, I made the lifespan, and so on. Like this is all done for you. So it looks like much, but it isn't when you have the save file. Um, so now you start. You just click here, and the randomizer and decides where you start. This is of course nothing. We make again. Uh, you start in a cult, or you start as middle class. Let's start as middle class. That's easy. Easy peasy. The cult is a little bit different. Very different. So we start at middle class, and let's go here and middle class, and here is the link for it. So now each family has a description like this, where you have a short description what it is, and then what the house value is, with what start money you have, and so on. Many of the things in the save file are already done for you. So, like I said, it's not so much like it looks. And of course, when you want to make your own save file or your own game, I put it in for you so that you can do it. And in the calendar are events, and there are different events for different age groups, like, and different events maybe for different families. No. Okay. And now we go on the site, like, what events do we have? When the calendar says we have an event, then you look which age group is your sim, and then you go here. And there are, like you see, here are different events listed, and you can change them. Everything what is gray can be changed when you don't like a event, or maybe it's triggering for you. Just change it, make it your own. It's fine. Uh, to get the randomizer working, you click here, and then you have different events what are popping up. I click a few times that you see a few, and this is just what is happening here. Um, where were we? Here. So there are different events for youth, childhood, or adult. When you are in the adult life, you click on this link, and then we have a little bit explanation, um, because now it doesn't matter from which um, family you are, but you have also events what are happening here. I think I hope that makes sense. You just go one after the other thing through, and you will see. It's not so complicated like it looks now. Maybe I make it more complicated than it has to be. Then we have like the catastrophe challenge, or apocalyptic challenge, however you want to call it. And there is an instruction, of course, and there are rules, of course, and there is a save file, what makes, of course, many things easier. Um, and you click here on start, and this is made that it's in different years or different times of the disaster. You have um, kind of different rules or different things what can happen. I mean, the story behind this disaster is people had to go in the basement, and after a while they can go out, and so on and so on. So you just go one after the other thing, and like next year, and so on. And here you have events too. You just, all is good. You're gonna figure it out. I don't want to show everything. I don't want to make spoiler, but I wanted to show you. There's also a flood disaster. So it's the same save file. Um, as a word, one is in Oasis Springs. This one is in Willow Creek. That's much easier. That's much shorter. Um, like here are the rules, and that's kind of it. This was comes here is for when you rebuild after a while. What when you have certain uh, skills, you can unlock certain things. But beyond this, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's of course you don't have power at the beginning, and so on. I mean, yeah, not so difficult. What else do we have? The history challenge. Um, yeah, we have, of course, rules here too, quite a few. Um, there is a save file with basically empty with a few caves um, to make the start pretty easy for you. There is a calendar in the save file with events what are happening on regular basis. And here we have a randomizer too. And let's see what events can happen here. Yeah, we have quite a few things what are happening here. Invention is a good one. Of course, each invention brings us a step more in the modern times. And like you see, I have quite a few inventions here. I tried to make it as historical accurate as possible and still enjoy the game. There are a few artistic um, liberties what I took. Um, Here is the German, here is in English. Um, what I want to say to this, I tried to put things from all packs in there. Of course, when you don't have the pack, then just ignore it. It's fine. It's good. It's all good. Um, when I also put stuff in from mods like the archery mod, the pottery mod, what I think are good mods for a history challenge, but that doesn't mean that you have to use it. That's fine. Then just ignore it and go to the next step. It's okay. Always good. But I think it's good to have in there for the people who are using it. You can add or delete things from there. You make it your own. And of course, when you did invent something, um, you can check it, what makes it easier. To explain this a little bit, just because something is invented doesn't mean you have to have it. Not everything what was invented was immediately everywhere available. Like when they invented the glow bulb and electricity, not every household immediately had this. It needed years and I guess decades till everybody had power, electricity, and a glow bulb. um, yeah, so that's fine. Just that you know. Sometimes you have fate. I don't know if this is the right translation to Schicksal. Um, it's basically a very, very, very bad event what is happening. And like as example, here it is a volcano who destroys everything and you have to move out and you lose everything. That's you can have bad luck and this is gonna happen. It is not often in the list to happen, but could be. And this is depending on which time area you are. Like here, it's a volcano, and later it's something really, really weird. Yeah, yeah. So I wanted to make it that you can make it your own. Like I said, you can put stuff in, you can delete stuff. Like here, sometimes I changed here something in the German one, and I didn't put it in English. So now you have it. That's how it should be. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. So, yeah, that's basically everything what you have to know about this Google Sheet. Um, what I would do, I would recommend you to, in your browser, save it while you play a challenge, that you can jump easy to this. Um, and I hope it helps you. I hope it's good for you. Um, when I make new challenges, of course, I add them to the Google Sheet. Maybe you make a new copy or whatever. Um, I would look forward for Patreons in the chat to talk about the challenges. That would be fun. I play by myself, and I don't know how other people play these challenges. If it works out good for you, that would be fun to hear from other people. So, yeah, that was everything. It was a lot. I hope it was not too much. Um, it is a big sheet. There are different things what you can do, and I think the most things what we talked about were important to see once how it works. It's not so complicated like it looks at first. When you use it a little bit, I think it's pretty easy actually. Um, yeah, have fun playing with it, have fun using it. Thank you for watching. Bye.